All right, it's an exciting day, and I have a package that I've been super excited to come in, and that's also why I haven't put out a video in a minute because I've been waiting for this guy. So, without further ado, let's get to opening this thing. That's right, I got the OG Pocket Cinema camera. I found this guy on eBay, paid $600 for him. I know that's not what people were paying like last year and a few years ago, but believe it or not, these guys are very difficult to come by in decent condition now. Like, I know it's only been a year, but they're tough to find for a decent price. A lot of them were listed around like $1,000 and up. So I didn't want to pay that for this. It's worth it, but I like a deal. Anyways, a lot of people end up picking this up for a few reasons, and one of them is it helps them bring them back to the basics of filmmaking. And the image of this guy is insane. So we're gonna go ahead and build him out. Obviously, you see that it came with quite a few things. So let's build the kit. All right, so over at the desk, obviously we got the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera. He's already got a battery in it, which I didn't know. And I got an SD card. Sick. Good start. So, yeah, that's a good start. Anyways, we got a cage. This is the small rig one that it came with, and I felt like this one fits pretty well. Like you can see, he's well protected in there. I'm cool with that. You could still access the back door. He looks nice and cozy and well protected. So it's not the most comfortable cage to hold, but that's alright, we'll work around that. So we got the battery plate to take the Sony NPF batteries. I have one around here somewhere, but Lord knows where that thing is because I haven't used them in a while. So we're gonna place this right up top. This one also came with a little adapter, but the crop factor is like so big that I don't know how well this lens is gonna work, but so far that's all I got. And for scratch audio purposes, I got this on clearance for $23. So, heck yeah, good find. So there we go, there's our little Pocket Cinema guy. Alrighty, there we have it. I'm just gonna go take some shots around, set it up first so that way you guys can see some test footage from it and how I would grade it, but I'm excited because this guy shoots cinema DNG RAW, so to have that in such a tiny camera, I'm super excited. So let's go get some test footage. Alright, next day Chris here, and we have color graded the footage, looked at it, and here are my first thoughts and first impressions of this camera so far. Starting with number one, and that is this boy needs stabilization. And I know it's like I'm trying to use it more so as a lightweight rig, so weighing it down is kind of defeating the purpose. So I'm probably gonna pick up like a stabilized lens for it, which would make sense in the first place. It probably will just work a million times better that way. I just didn't think about that, I guess, because of the way that I was planning on shooting with it, which isn't like the footage you saw. Besides that though, even though nothing on this camera right now is stabilized, I feel like the software did a pretty decent job of stabilizing footage that has pretty bad rolling shutter and no stabilization from a person who's like really shaky trying to hold the camera. So obviously the tighter I went with like zooming into 105, the shots are much shakier, and the wider shots are like almost perfectly stable. So software did a great job. Note number 2, and everyone already talks about this, is the battery life of these little things are atrocious. It's terrible. I think I maybe got 6 minutes out of a battery. Thank goodness the kit that I bought came with like 4 or 5 of them. So just relying on that is fine. It'll get me through what I need it to do. But I did order 2 NPF Sony batteries because I did have the base plate for that. So those are going to be much better. And then I can just keep a battery inside the camera so I can hot swap and whatnot and just leave the camera running. Because one thing is, it dies before it definitely overheats. So there's no issue with that. And I haven't noticed the camera getting warm or anything like that to the touch, which is a good sign. And lastly, the third note is that the dynamic range and the flexibility of these files kind of caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting them to actually look that good. Obviously, you see a bunch of other people who have like color graded and like edited these shots, and they tell you it looks super good and crisp in 4K when they're upscaled. And I guess it's hard to believe when you try that with anything else shot in 1080p. I can vouch for him. This camera definitely holds up to that. It 100% looks like 4K, but it's like downscaled into 1080p. So when you upscale it, it looks like standard 4K. It's a little trippy and a little wild, but it definitely has this way more organic look to it, which is the whole reason why I bought it. Not that I hate my Sonys, but the look is just so sharp and like crisp. It kind of pulls the humanity and organic like nature out of things, in my personal opinion. So I'm 100% loving what this camera is doing image wise, and so happy with my purchase right now. So can't wait to get the other stuff that I ordered in, and we'll do a follow-up video to that. So we can just stop rambling right now. Thank you for coming by. Like, subscribe. We're gonna dig into this more. Yeah, I'll show you what kind of projects I have in mind for this. And on that note, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.